Thank you very much. Yang berbahagia, Datuk Syed Zaid Alba, the chairman of CIMB, and of course the CEO, Novan. And ladies and gentlemen, see a lot of familiar faces today. I believe I'm the last speaker. Am I? I am. Okay. Do you want me to keep it short or long? Medium. Thank you. At least someone's honest. So, Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. So, over the past 2 days, it has been a hectic 2 days. We've witnessed a remarkable convergence of ideas, a lot of debates, and of course, when you debate, you also reflect on what has happened. And so, my deepest appreciation to Bloomberg and to all of you who are here, who are supporting this conference, for convening this summit in Kuala Lumpur. At the moment, that is nothing short of pivotal for Malaysia and ASEAN. And as we draw this gathering to a close, one message rings clear. ASEAN is not waiting for the world to change, we are shaping it. And so these sessions have reminded us vividly and powerfully that this ASEAN bloc of 680 million people, we have dynamic economies and boundless digital energy, is no longer just a growth story. So in fact, we are the story. A region that continues to defy the global headwinds and chart its own course. Course of resilience, renewal, as well as relevance. So for us, especially when I attend the Bloomberg Summit, I was here last night and we heard the Prime Minister's speech, I would like to say thank you to those who have made this possible through the partnership, of course, CIMB Group, Zetrix, and YTL, and has reaffirmed that Malaysia's ASEAN Chairmanship is not a ceremonial title. It is a mandate to lead, and we will lead the change. We will lead through courage, clarity, and conviction. So, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, one message rang loud and clear from this summit. So when you talk about sustainability, it's no longer just a checkbox, it's a competitive edge. Across boardrooms and factory floors, the ESG conversation has evolved from compliance to impact and from obligation to opportunity. Right? The dialogue on Asia's ESG moment captured this shift with precision. And if you look at ESG, it now drives capital flows, trade decisions, and even corporate behavior. And Malaysia's own journey reflects this transformation. We have the Green Investment Strategy, the National Industrial Master Plan, the IESG framework, and of course, the Net Energy Transition Roadmap as well. So we are not just building a greener economy, we want to build a smarter one as well. So an economy where investors, innovators, and industries collaborate to deliver sustainability that is not only ethical, but also profitable. So it's time to move beyond net zero promises toward net positive outcomes. So the private sector holds the key to this shift, from incremental change to transformative impact. So I hope this summit has sparked the partnerships and bold thinking needed to accelerate this journey. The message on technology and AI is equally clear. So we move from hype to impact. And ASEAN cannot afford to remain passive when they talk about global innovation, especially consumers. We must be co-creators, designing, deploying, and owning the technologies. And these technologies, of course, will shape our future. And the session on AI for ASEAN reminded us that our digital journey must reflect who we are: diverse, inclusive, and forward-looking. And this spirit is alive in initiatives like the Malaysia-China AI Innovation Center, the ASEAN's Digital Economic Framework Agreement, which stand to be a game changer for regional integration and digital sovereignty. Our partners, Zetrix and YTL, underscored a vital truth. Digital growth is impossible without digital infrastructure. So data centers, connectivity, and digital identity are not just technical enablers, they are instruments of sovereignty, trust, and long-term competitiveness. In Malaysia, we are positioning ourselves as a regional hub for AI and digital innovation. not by chasing trends, but by investing in talent, strengthening governance, and also ensuring that technology remains in service of humanity, not the other way around. This is our North Star: innovation with integrity and progress with purpose. But innovation cannot thrive without capital. So the session led by our partner, CIMB, on unlocking capital for ASEAN was a timely reminder the scale of our ambitious demands, not just more investment, but smarter, more catalytic capital. We must reimagine finance as a force multiplier for inclusive, sustainable growth. And to power ASEAN's transformation, we must infuse innovation with inclusion, mobilizing public-private capital, public-private partnership, green finance, and blended capital as catalytic engines of change. So as Malaysia advances our sustainable agenda, especially when it comes to CIMB's sustainable finance agenda, we invite global investors to see ASEAN not merely as a destination for returns, but as a partner in building shared prosperity with purpose. So distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Malaysia's chairmanship this year steered ASEAN towards a future that is inclusive, sustainable, and competitive. But leadership is not about dominance, but rather direction. As Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim said recently, the relative peace and prosperity that ASEAN has enjoyed for nearly 6 decades are not self-sustaining. They must be renewed through cooperation and strengthened by shared purpose. This is why ASEAN is deepening economic linkages, widening trade, and enhancing competitiveness. He mentioned it during the opening of the ASEAN Summit. And we are here to connect, not to compete, to collaborate, not collide. So guided by the spirit of Madani, of balance, empathy, and justice, Malaysia will continue to anchor a stable, coherent, and prosperous ASEAN. And we remain, without question, one of the most compelling launchpads into this region's bright future. So to the business leaders, thinkers, and innovators gathered here, see ASEAN not as a patchwork of markets, but as a collective of possibilities. This region has become a repository of global hopes and of our people's aspirations. So together, let's turn ambition into action and aspiration into achievement. Because, as many of you will agree, when ASEAN prosper, the world follows. So finally, my heartfelt thanks to Bloomberg for being a trusted partner in telling ASEAN's story to the world, a story still unfolding and one we are proud to share and also to help shape. I warmly invite each of you to be part of this journey because the ASEAN story is not just ours to tell, it's ours to build together. So terima kasih. Thank you.